Hi guys, I get a lot of questions on the contact lens video that I did where I showed you how to insert and remove contact lenses, like the correct way of doing it. I get a lot of questions on that video to ask me how to actually clean the lenses, because to be honest I didn't really go through it in much detail at all, and I thought I'd better show you because I didn't think it was going to take me very long, so I'm just going to get straight into it. So when you take your lenses, if you wear daily disposable lenses, you don't have to do this cleaning process at all. So just ignore me if you're a daily disposable wearer, because you take your lenses out and you chuck them in the bin. If you wear monthly disposable ones, you keep them for a set of 30 days, you take them out every night, you clean them, you put them back in the next day. So what you do, say for example it's the first time you've put them in, you literally wash your hands, make sure your hands are like completely clean. Obviously use a tea towel or something to dry your hands with. You don't want to use like a normal towel because it'll have like fluffy bits on it, or you can use like paper towels or something. So make sure that your hands are thoroughly dry when you take your lenses out, and then obviously use this process I showed you of how to take your lenses out. So I'm not gonna take my lens out because I'm gonna be stuck, but I'm just gonna grab a contact lens and put it onto my hand and use it as like an example. So obviously what you want to do, if you're a monthly lens wearer, you want to be really careful when you're taking your lenses out anyway, because you've got to like handle these lenses and stuff. So for example, this is my monthly disposable lens that I've just taken out of my eye. So what you do is you just place the lens on the palm of your clean hand and you take some of your solution. If you go to Specsavers or Boots or Vision Express, they will probably give you solution when you either order your contact lenses, or you can order it as an add-on. So your contact lens, just check that it's clean, check that it's come out whole before you do anything. You just want to put like a couple of drops of this solution onto your finger. I don't know how to do this without like dropping everything. And then with your finger, just kind of rub the lens in the middle and just sort of make sure that it's completely, don't like be really vicious with it, but what you're trying to do is just get rid of any surface build up of dust or anything like that on the lenses. Just give it a little bit of a rinse. You don't have to, I think you're going to do more harm to the lenses trying to turn it inside out and do the same thing on the other side. So I would just say, use like a good amount of the solution and then just kind of rub the lens in your hand. I don't know how to do this so that you guys can actually see what I'm doing, because it's almost impossible for you to see what I'm doing. So if I can zoom in like a little bit and just see what happens. So if you can kind of see the lens there, no you can't at all. So that is like the little lens. So all you've got to do is leave the lens there on your hand and then just give it a little rinse. And then what I tend to do is obviously do this over a sink. I'm nowhere near a sink. If you feel like you need to rinse it again, scoop the lens onto your finger, so it's on that finger there. Tip the solution away down into a sink. I'm just going to pretend that there's a sink down there. And then if you want to give it another little rinse, again, I'm going to show you the procedure again. So you just put a couple of drops of this solution on your hand till the lens is completely covered, and you just rub the surface of it. You only need to do this for like 20 seconds. You don't need to like go all out and just do this, because you might damage the lens if you try and over clean it. Once the lens you feel like you've done enough cleaning, scoop the lens back onto your finger like that. Tip this solution into the sink again. Open your little container. Obviously pre-plan this so your container is already like open. Don't do what I'm doing and like have a field day and try and do everything together. And then what you want to do is put your contact lens into the bottom of this little container. So you can see my contact lens in there. And then what you want to do is just put your solution into that little container. And you can see that happening until it's covered. You don't need to do anything else with this contact lens. Like, you can just leave it in there overnight, provided that you have all-purpose solution. If you have different solution, make sure you know how to use it. But this is the most common solution that people use when they have contact lenses. Close the container completely so it's all nice and airtight. Don't do anything with this. Don't give it a little bit of a shake. You don't need to do anything with this. You just leave the container there overnight and you are done cleaning your contact lenses. So a lot of people say, well, do I need to do this all again the next morning? You do not need to do this again the next morning. If you feel like you want to, then go ahead. But I think the more chances of doing this, the more you're going to damage your contact lens, and the more handling you do, the more chance you've got of damaging it. So I would say as long as you've done most, in my opinion, you should do the cleaning when you take the lenses out, because that is when you're going to have makeup and stuff stuck to your lenses. That's when you're going to have dust from like the air on your contact lenses. So realistically, you want to kind of do this when you have just taken your contact lenses out. Put it in the case, leave it there overnight, and then when you put the lenses back in the next day, tip the solution down the sink and then leave your container open somewhere to air dry by itself. So don't clean it with anything, just leave it. I hope this has been enough information. I mean, that is all I've ever done with my contact lenses, and that is all I've ever told my patients to do with their contact lenses. So that is all. Don't try cleaning the actual case itself. Do not use water to clean your case with. Only use the solution that you've been given. So what I would say is, again, with a clean hand, if you feel like your inside of your container needs a bit of a clean, put the solution back into there, obviously while it's empty, and just use your finger to like a clean finger to kind of just clean around the edges of the actual container, and then just rinse it out and leave it to air dry. So don't use any sort of cleaning products or anything on this, because remember, this is the thing that your contact lenses sit in, and you don't want to get any bleach or soap or anything into your eyes. So please, please, please don't use tap water. It's like the worst thing that can come into contact with your contact lenses. Ask any optician and they will tell you the same thing. So just use the solution that you've been given and leave your lenses in here, and then just put them in the next day, and remember to chuck your solution. So the cleaning does need to be done every time you take your lenses out, so you should be doing that pretty much every single day that you're wearing your contact lenses. So I hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you have any questions, let me know down below. If you want me to make any other videos based on eyes and stuff, then I can do that. So thank you very much, and bye.